What's going on, guys? Today I want to show you a cool tweak from Cydia in the Big Boss repo. It's called SpeakEvents. Now, SpeakEvents is basically like the reverse of what Siri is. Now, Siri it talks to you when you ask it a question. Now, how about Siri talks to you when something else happens? Like, let's say you receive a notification, like a text message or a tweet, or any type of notification that your phone might give you, and it'll speak to you. Instead of you having to ask Siri the question, Siri will tell you what's going on, basically. So, what happens is, you can set whatever you want to set. Let's say you want your messages to speak to you, or you want your emails to be read, or a tweet, like I said, or any type of notification, Facebook, anything. So the way I have it set up so that my text messages and my iMessages are spoken to me out loud. Also, I think my tweets and my emails. Speak events can actually be found in the Big Boss repo in Cydia, and it's $1.99. Now, Speak Events, you can actually download it for free, but it won't work until you actually buy a license, a commercial license or whatever. I don't know what it is. I'm not sure exactly what it's called, but I know it's a license that you have to acquire, and it's $1.99. You can actually pay with your PayPal account, so it's not that bad. And it's $1.99, and I think it's definitely worth it. So I'm going to go ahead and show you the settings. Just go into your settings, and then scroll all the way down until you see Speak Events, which is right here. Now, Speak Events, like as you can see, my email address has been registered for a valid license. You can download the license. You have to obviously buy the license first, and then you can download it, put in your email address, and if you don't do that, it'll say invalid address. You have the options right here. First off, you can turn on and turn off. You don't have to have it on at all times if you don't want to. You can have it set so it only works when you have your headphones plugged in, or your Bluetooth your headset. What else? Only when locked. Now, I usually have it only when locked because I don't see the purpose to actually have the phone speak to me while I'm holding the phone with it unlocked. I could easily read it, but I do find it useful to actually have it when my phone is in my pocket or not on my person, but I could still hear the message being read to me. So I think that's definitely useful. You could also have the option to put it in silent mode. Again, I don't see the real point, but I guess some people might like to have their phone on vibrate at all time and still be able to, I don't know. I honestly don't know. When I have my phone on vibrate, I don't want no sound coming from it. But you do have the option. I guess that's a good thing because everyone's not the same. Now you can choose what times, like a time frame that you don't want it to be used or you do want it to be used. In this case, you have a start and end time. Let's say you don't want to have it on while you're at work, so you set it only to work between whatever hours you're not at work. If you set it at the same time, it'll actually cancel itself out, so you can actually have it on at all times. You can choose what apps. Right now I have it with I have selected 3 apps. Like I said before, you can select any app that gives you a notification. Right now I just have it at Mail, Messages, and I believe Tweetbot, which is all the way at the bottom. But you see all these apps are actually you can actually use all these apps with it. So I only have it at 3 right now because that's the only things that I use the most. You can choose what to speak if you want the message body, if you want the battery levels, charging every 10. Well, battery levels and charging every 10%. What this is when you're charging your iPhone, it'll actually read to you in 10% increments. Every time it reaches from 10 to 20, 30, 40, it'll let you know what the battery level is at, which I think is actually useful too, so I know exactly when to unplug it. And when it reaches 100, it'll tell you that it's complete, so you can unplug it. And if you unplug it before it reaches 100, it'll tell you to let it charge fully next time. So I think it has a sense of humor, which is pretty cool. It also has speak time, which lets you it gives you the time out loud. You can choose in increments every 15, 30, an hour. I have it set at every hour, so every hour it tells me. That's all preference, really. Then you have your reading options. You have your speech volume if you want it as loud as you want. It doesn't have to be that loud. Reading speed, how fast you want her to talk to you. And when I say her, is because that's what I'm using. But you can also choose what voice. They have a whole bunch of voices that you can use, which I think it's in different languages, which I think is cool. So definitely a plus there. Auto detect language. I think that's amazing because I remember my friend actually texted me, and she texted me in Spanish, and Siri, or I want to call her Siri, but the voice actually responded with an accent, which was awesome. And I'll actually show you that towards the end of the video. Then you have military time. If you don't want her to say 4 o'clock and instead you want her to say 16 o'clock, it's up to you. Again, preference. Read emoticons, which means if someone sends me a smiley, I guess it'll read the smiley, which is weird. Happy face, I guess it'll say. And queue notifications. You can choose what you want it to read. First come, first serve, or read all. And delay before speaking. Here you have it. If you want it to say it after the notification has come through, or you wanted to say it, I think it's 3 seconds to delay, the maximum, and the obviously minimum being 0. So, and then of course you have activator actions. This I don't use, but it's good to have the option to do all this. I guess you can set, like, for example, enable SpeakEvents. You can set it to activate some type of gesture. Same thing with disable and toggle and all that good stuff. And that's pretty much it as far as settings go. Now I'm going to show you exactly how this works. Alright, so I'm going to show you exactly how the text messages works. So when someone text messages you or iMessages you, this is what it sounds like.
A new message from chrisflores. This is a sample of how SpeakEvents works.
So as you can see, that's exactly how it works. It'll give you a little notification on the top, and then it'll read the message out loud. Now here I'm actually going to show you how it works with an accent. So I'm going to type something in Spanish, and you can clearly hear when she actually has an accent to respond. So,
a new message from chrisflores. ¿Qué haces?
So as you can see, it automatically changes over to text what language you've sent the message in, and it'll read it back to you in whatever language. And like I said before, you have the option to choose what language here you want. And Spanish being one of the languages, it actually allowed me to, well, I guess Mexico Spanish. It's the same thing. Most Spanish is the same exact language. But it'll read it to you in that type of accent, so that's pretty cool. I want to show you exactly how it works. If I disconnect the iPhone from charging, listen to what it says.
Battery is only at 69%. Please let me fully charge next time.
So as you can see, it automatically tells you what percent your battery is left at, and to let her charge next time. Now if I plug her back in, it's going to tell me once it reaches 70%. Let me see what... Right now it's actually at 70%, so let's just wait a few, and it'll read it. I'm not sure how accurate exactly it is, but it'll read it when it thinks it's 70%. I think it's pretty accurate. It might be off by like 1 or 2%, but it definitely works pretty well.
Battery at 70%.
So as you can hear, it tells you exactly when it reaches a certain percent. So right now it reached 70%, and it isn't actually too bad because it's only off by 1%. As you see on the bottom here, it's at 71%. So it's not completely accurate 100%, but it definitely is close enough. So in conclusion, guys, SpeakEvents, like I said before, you can find it in Big Boss Repo and Cydia. It's $1.99 to download a license. I'll be honest, the first time I actually started using this, it freaked me out a little bit because my phone started speaking to me out of nowhere. But you get used to it, and I actually think it's very useful. That's if I have my phone in my pocket or if I have it in a bag, and someone messages me, it'll read it out loud to me. So it'll help me out instead of me having to go into my bag or into my pocket to find out what the person said to me, or who it was for that matter, because it actually reads the message and the person who sent you the message. Now if you're having a conversation that you don't want no one to hear, then you can obviously turn it off, and I would definitely recommend that. You don't want everyone knowing your business. But anyway, let me not get carried away with this review. That's pretty much it. If you have any questions, you know what to do, guys, and I'll see you next week. Well, guys, like always, thank you for watching. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, you can leave them down below in the comment section. Don't forget to subscribe, and you can add me on Facebook or you can follow me on Twitter. Until next video, guys, peace.